I'm super excited to share the next iteration of vans for our partner, Vision to Learn. As you know, Vision to Learn does free eye exams for underprivileged schools, and this is our newest unit on an all-electric Ford Transit van. Let's hop in and check out this one and what's different from their standard vans. This van is special because it was made in partnership with Ford Philanthropy. So this entire project was actually donated by Ford. What's cool about this is we're proving this concept on an all-electric chassis and updating our technology to fit that modern electric van. So we updated our power systems, our control systems, and added another level of tech to this vehicle so we can monitor the power systems remotely, help them troubleshoot if they do get into a bind, but hopefully get them out where they're never plugging in and they can run all day long just off their battery power. For those of you who've seen our optometry vans before, you'll notice this is pretty much the same concept. Now, the Ford Transit 148 Extended is about 1.5 feet shorter than the Sprinter 170 Extended. So we did have to compile everything a little bit and kind of compact all the cabinets and move things a little closer together to make it all fit. But overall, the layout is identical. We've got our working cabinet. We've got our OptiCheck station here where kids will come up and be able to look into the machine, and their eye exam will be done from the front driver's seat, which is spun around backwards. We've got our chair in the back with our eye exam equipment back there as well, and a hidden refrigerator below the bench. For the staff, we do have a microwave that's hidden in the cabinet, but otherwise everything here is just pure storage for glasses and equipment. Now, what's different about this van, since it's an all-electric chassis, we don't have access to an engine-driven compressor, so we can't put an engine-driven AC system in the van. For this one, we went the Gree EcoCool rooftop unit. This is a 110 15,000 BTU heater and air conditioning system. It's all run through a battery bank with an inverter power. So in order to run this AC and all this optometry equipment all day long, we've upgraded to a 10 kilowatt lithium ion Victron power system. We've got a 3,000 watt inverter to run the AC and all the equipment, and we can monitor this system remotely from anywhere that has internet. One really cool part about the Victron system that we've upgraded to for this van is it's got a staged shutdown approach. So what that means is if I'm doing sensitive equipment, I've got computers hooked up, I've got eye exams going on, I've got equipment that I really need to keep power to, and also an air conditioner sucking a ton of that AC power, I can actually program this system where the AC is going to turn off first and give you probably another half-hour runtime with other AC loads, so you're not going to be shutting down computers or sensitive equipment improperly and possibly damaging them. So back at the heart of our electronic system for this van, we have switched to a Victron Energy kind of infrastructure. So we've got our smart BMSs with a distributor system. We've got a main power switch, which is kind of like a service style switch. And we've got different components for our shoreline inputs, solar charge controller, so we have a 100 amp charge controller, and then the low battery disconnects for that staged shutdown system in the van. One really cool part when we transitioned and kind of integrated this system into the Ford infrastructure is the Ford E-Transit and Lightning trucks have what's called a ProPower onboard system. So they have their own integrated inverter that runs off of the chassis battery of the vehicle. So what's cool about that is we gave a dedicated shoreline input that can plug into the ProPower system of the van, and I can charge up my batteries that operate my systems from that onboard inverter and power systems that run off the chassis batteries. So I essentially have access to the massive 100 kilowatt hour battery bank of this Ford E-Transit. So one of the key drivers to changing out our electronics infrastructure and really switching wholeheartedly to this Victron Energy system is just the upgraded information that we get for the end user. So rather than trying to dictate state of charge based off battery voltage or trying to do some mental math on what's working, what's not, or having kind of like a robust but simple system, this one is still robust, but it's going to give you a lot more information at your fingertips. I know my battery state of charge, I know what my DC loads are, I know how much solar capacity I'm putting in, and it'll even give me a little timer for how long with the current loads that my system is going to last. So right now I've got the AC running, I've got lights on. Granted, I'm not using the equipment or the computers, but it's telling me I'm gonna run for 9 hours and 39 minutes with my current load. So it does give you some kind of more user-friendly information that someone who's not necessarily an engineer can come in here and operate the system, see what's going on, and have a better idea of how long they're gonna run for and what the system is doing, and if they need to plug in to recharge, or if they have enough capacity to last the rest of their day. One of the other differences that we had to upgrade for this E-Transit, obviously this is more of a skateboard chassis van, we don't have the same amount of space below it for leveling systems and leveling jacks. So we did end up getting rid of the full leveling system and replacing it with a more simple stabilizer system. So instead of jacks at all four corners, I have hydraulic jacks that just come down on the back end of the van, and they're gonna extend down and make contact with the ground and stabilize this van so it's not rocking around as kids are inside getting their eyes checked. So that does it for our e-transit based Vision Learn Optometrist Studio. This is really one of the best applications I've seen and we built so far of this electric chassis, especially for those who don't have to drive as far, but need to be able to sit and operate all day long and use a ton of power. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in a van like this or an office of your own or exploring going electric on your chassis, reach out to us. sales@adsprinters.com.